Today on Vintage Steel Garage we go to pick up my new car. It's pretty dark, pretty early. Well, it's early for me. It's 5 AM. I'm on my way to pick up my new car. I've decided to trade in the Land Rover. It's a great car, I love it. I am on this journey. I've got 200 miles to go down. Look at this car. I know some of you watching in America will go, 200 miles, that's nothing. In the UK, 200 miles down south in a hurricane, apparently. Lorenzo. Don't know why we call them names, but now we do. Anyway, it's 100% participation. It's 100% rain. And precipitation, not participation. So it's pouring down basically. There's this hurricane meant to be coming. 200 miles in the UK is like driving 200 miles through San Francisco. So I'm going to hit every town on the motorway with traffic. So it should be fun. I'm going to get going. I thought the camera would stop then. Right, I'm going to get going. I'm going to fill up with a bit of fuel and then we'll have a bit of a chat on the way down, but for now that'll do. Let's get going. So we've made our first stop. Didn't get very far, to be honest. Got about 10 feet and my coffee that was resting on the armrest here, I hadn't put on the arm holder, and that's gone all over the floor, so that's great. Got coffee everywhere, so I've had to run up with fuel and get some more coffee. So we're ready now, we're on the road. Let's get going. And yeah, I was just thinking, am I gonna miss my Land Rover? Tell you what, I'll film later when it's a bit lighter. Well, we're about a third into the journey now. Done 85 miles. Traffic quite good. Probably still ahead of the morning rush curve, I would say. Just taking it nice and easy. Weather's a bit better now. I think the threat of this hurricane and torrential rain as I'm moving south is getting better, so that's good. So yeah, started off in a hurricane and spilled my coffee all over the floor in the first 10 feet. 85 miles in, it's going okay. The reason I'm deciding to change around my car is, I must admit, I love this Discovery. It's a great car, really like it. Had it 2 years. I suppose this is where you try and convince yourself it's a good idea. The car I'm getting, which I'll tell you about in a bit, is very different to this. This is a 7-seater 4x4. My potential new car, depending how it goes with the dealership, is very different. So again, I'm wondering, Jesus Christ, nearly being killed by a Arctic pulling on. Come on, come on. Anyway, it's very different to this. Very different. So it'll be interesting to see how I get on with that. I'll probably miss the idea that I can just throw a load of junk in this and go to the tip, go to the DIY shop, pick a load of stuff up. Might give you an idea of what I'm getting then. It's a bit smaller. On the flip side of it, this Land Rover is so good, so versatile. It's a 7-seater. I haven't used the 7-seats a lot. You know, take people to the airport, nominated driver to the pub, that type of stuff. So it's not like I've got 5 kids and I need a 7-seater every day. Yeah, so looking for a change. The main reason, I suppose, really is it needs a bit more work now, and I'm capable of doing the work. I enjoy working on cars. really wants the chassis just stripping back slightly, some of the rust areas addressed. It's past its MOT, so it's fine, structurally sound. Just needs some of those bits flashing back, the chassis painting, under the floor painting, just to preserve it a bit longer. However, the reality is I've got more than one car. I've got 5 cars. One of my other cars, my 1958 Apache, GMC Apache, I'd like to get that in the garage really and paint the chassis on that. So if I'm going to paint a chassis, I don't have a lot of time. I'm like everyone else. Family life, work, blah blah blah. You just don't have time to do everything. So if this winter I'm going to get one car in the garage and paint the chassis and get it looking nice, it's going to be the GMC truck, not this. Which means this is then another year on, left outside of the elements, and probably by that time we'll need even more attention. So that's why I've decided to change it. There are other reasons as well, which if I do the deal I'll explain on the way back why, and I'm sure you'll realise why, and let's hope it goes okay. So another 100 or so miles to go. I think it'll start to get busy with traffic on the road. Well, it's amazing, isn't it? 1 minute the journey's going great, next minute it goes completely wrong. Just joining the M1 now, obviously now in rush hour, because I'm now doing 10 miles an hour, if that. About halfway there. And then just seen the matrix sign come up of the motorway saying the motorway ahead is shut for one junction. So obviously someone's decided to bin the car and fling it in the kitty litter or in the crash barrier, or something like that. No doubt we'll see some carnage. On top of that, I missed the turning for the services, so I'm desperate for a pee. So all makes for a bit of interest, doesn't it, really? So still got a few miles to go, chugging along. I don't know what the diversion is, we'll see what happens. Let's carry on. Okay, so we're on the M1. Not going to say what car I'm getting yet. Let's get in it, have a look, see if we can do the deal. However, if you're pretty sharp with your eyes and you look at what's in front, that would give you a bit of a clue of what I'm looking at. So I can get round it. We've got about a few junctions to go and then it's saying the motorway is shut, so hopefully it's one of those areas where the motorway is shut and there's a good stretch of A road running parallel with it that we can get on with. And let's see what happens. Eddie Stobart, dead everywhere. As I was saying before, weather's a little bit bad. It is improving. Does make me laugh actually, this idea of calling every bit of wind a hurricane now and giving it a name. I'm sure when I was a lot younger we just used to wake up and say the weather's pretty crap today and it's going to be really windy, and that was it. We didn't give it a name, call it anything. Ooh, did you see that there with that tanker? He's a bit all over the place, isn't he? This road sweeper, he's obviously watching a video or doing something he's not going to be doing. Anyway, yeah, wind, why do we call it a name? No idea. Lorenzo apparently it is. So you wake up this morning, you hear Lorenzo's coming, there's a hurricane, there's 70 foot high waves in the Azores, and by the time it gets to the UK they're going to be 32 foot high waves. I think this must be way out in sea. You're not going to have a 32 foot wave hitting the shore. That's tsunami stuff. It's going to sound like Donald Trump now, maybe fake news, sensationalising it. It probably sounds better, doesn't it, than just saying, oh, by the way, the weather's going to be crap today, it's going to be rainy and a bit windy, be careful out there. If we believed everything we read on the news, we wouldn't go anywhere or do anything. So, reason for the car change then, well, I've got too many, basically. Hang on, let's get this back. That's enough for looking at roads, isn't it? Wet roads. Right, yeah, cars, I have too many, I think. I used to say the right number of cars is the number you currently own plus one. I'm now thinking the right number of cars is the current number of cars you own minus one. It's hard to keep on top of them. You have so many cars, all with various bits and pieces need to be doing. You find you've got a vast array of cars, and none of them are decent or fault free. Having said that, I don't think I'd say, if I sold them all, I nearly did actually. I considered it the other week. One of my friends is trading in a very nice car, a DB9. I considered selling everything I had and buying this one car, but it's not me. It wouldn't do me. I need I probably couldn't look after it well enough. I need the variety of cars. I like the change, the difference I have in them. All the cars I've got are all different things. I've got a VW camper, I've got a pickup truck, I've got a Porsche Boxster, I've got a Land Rover Discovery and a Dart. They're all very different. They all serve different purposes. I know you can't drive them all at the same time, but they're all very different, and I enjoy that. So I've gone through that loop of I'll sell everything, buy one car, and it's probably not me. I'll also probably walk past it in the garage and scratch it and then get really angry with myself, as I have with my Porsche. But that isn't as an expensive car as an Aston Martin. So I'm happy with a mixture of cars, but I do think I've maybe got one too many. So I'm thinking, I'm still travelling down to this dealership, but we haven't done the deal yet. If I do the deal, I've then got rid of a 4x4. My wife has a 4x4, so we don't need another 4x4. If I've got to pick up any materials or any parts runs for the car, I've got the truck. That's great for that. And also, you'll see why when I get it, it could actually tick a couple of boxes with the Dart. The Dart's got a couple of things I like about it. I'm not fully in love with the Dart, if I'm honest. I really prefer 60s cars, not into the 70s look. But there's a couple of reasons I bought it. The engine, the noise, and a few other bits and pieces, and I'm hoping this new purchase ticks both those boxes, and then I'll also get rid of the Dart as well. Don't worry, I know it's vintage steel and I've just got rid of something. I still have 1968 camper to work on, and I still have a 1958 Apache to work on, and I've got a 2000 Porsche Plus new car, which isn't that new. It's 2004, so it'll still need a bit of work and a bit of tinkering, and I'll do some reviews on that. I've got some ideas for it and what I want to improve on it and play around with. So I'm not going out. Don't worry, guys and girls. I'm not selling out and buying a people carrier or a Ford Focus or a Toyota Yaris or something like that. That would make a lot of sense with miles per gallon and free road tax, but you can't do that. Life's too short. You've got to grab it by the horns and drive something that makes you smile. Well, that's what I think anyway. So that's enough for now. I'll catch you up in a bit when we've done a few more miles, because we've still got 94 miles to go. Okay, so I've solved one of my problems. I bid for a P at a service station. Now got my next problem, which is the motorway closed ahead. Don't know what we're going to do about this. Take a look at this. This is what we're faced with now. Rush hour traffic on a Friday morning, combined with an accident and a motorway closure. Yippee. Not sure which way to get round through this. We'll just have to see what the diversion takes us. We've still got about 80 miles to go. Everything else doing fine. Car alright. We should expect, to be honest. See if we go way across to the M1. Come on. Right, there we go. You see that sign there? Lovely. M1 closed 20 to 19. Right, well, what will be will be. That's all we can do, isn't it? Catch up soon. Now this is always a bit worrying. Everyone else has pulled off the motorway down the M69. I'm going on the M1 south. It said junction at junction 20. Just as I got to the bit where you could pull off for the 69, which is obviously the alternative route, the matrix cleared and it said end, and no one else has gone this way other than me. So either I'm having the luckiest moment in my life and this motorway is not short, or I've misread something and I'm just about to go into pending doom of closed motorway. So let's see. It still does say up there closed between 20 and 19. Let's head into the eye of the storm and find out what's going on. Obviously I wasn't lucky. I'm now sat in traffic going nowhere. So hopefully maybe one lane will open and we can squeeze past whoever's thrown it in the kitty litter. But we'll see. So listen to the radio, daydream, wait for traffic to move. What else can you do? You can't get angry. I suppose I could throw something at the person who's crashed as I go past, but other than that, not a lot you can do, is there really? So let's see how long it takes to get through this. So we're off the motorway now. Whole world of pain. Took me an hour to do 2 miles. Motorway is shut, so we're now on the dead thing in the road. We're now on the country roads round Littleworth, which I'm not really very familiar with, so I've turned the sat-nav on. And this is taking me a route avoiding motorways that says it's going to be an hour and 7 minutes, another 96 miles to go. So hopefully we'll go this way for a while and then get ourselves back on the motorway and carry on. But at least it stopped raining, everything's alright. I'm just, not what you can do is daydream, think about things, talk to yourself. That's about it really. One thing it did make me think of, and it makes me laugh, is if you're in America, 200 miles, you don't think anything about that. You probably drive 200 miles to go get a pint of milk. In the UK, the roads are so congested, so overpopulated, 200 miles can be a complete lottery. Like today, motorway closed. I've been to America, loved it, brilliant, great people. Went around California, Yosemite, through Death Valley, and that was the sort of thing where you would drive 200 miles a day. But what you'd find is you'd sent me on some real back roads now. This is interesting, isn't it? Either my sat nav is brilliant, going on some fantastic detours, or it's talking a load of bollocks and everyone else is going the right way and I've gone the wrong way. Anyway, let's find out. So America, yeah, great. You would go somewhere for a day, Pismo Beach, something like that, and then you'd set the sat nav for the night and it would basically say carry on this road for 99 miles, turn left and you're at your hotel. And it was just basically cruise control on 60 miles an hour, 70 miles an hour, whatever it was, all the way there. Fantastic, beautiful place. England's a lot more congested, so this is why we're now still with 100 miles to go on farm tracks. Okay, that's enough rambling. catch up in a bit. Right, we're doing okay now. Managed to get away from all the traffic jams and away, he says, and there's brake lights ahead. Anyway, did a few little country roads through Kilworth. I'm now on the A14 down to Kettering. A little bit of traffic, but on the whole it's pretty good. A road I'm on now, it's as good as I'll get. I'm doing 60, 65, I'm happy, I'm making progress. Should be there about an hour. Excellent. Okay, so we're nearly there now. Just got about 5 miles to go, and then let's see if we can strike this deal up and see if I'm coming back in a different car. Okay, talk to you soon. So, picked the car up, dropped the Land Rover off, did the deal. Happy with it. There's a few things I need to sort out on it, but you'd expect that with an old car. The guys at the garage were great to deal with, so I can't fault them. Just a couple of things, just you probably can't see on it. It just needs a bit of a deep clean. Certain things I'd just like to address. Yeah, so just certain things. I mean, you can see deep in the grain on this grey, it's a bit dirty. Just needs a general clean. So, anyone guessed what it is yet? Any idea? Any idea? Any clue? Any clue? Any clue what it could be? So I'll do a full walk around when I get home, but generally there's just a few little bits. I mean, at the end of the day, it's a 15-year-old car. The garage were great to deal with. They were reasonable. They wanted to sell a car. I wanted to buy a car. Everything seems to work. There's a couple of things I've got to work out, and just generally, like I say, just this sort of deep clean to get all the grime out of it. Might get the seats recoloured. Someone's had a go at touching them up at some point, not very well. So I think I'll get the whole interior recoloured and see if I can get that sort of grime that you can see. Just generally around in the grain. Typically it's not showing it up now, is it? But you'll get what I mean. You can just see, probably more on the driver's door really, which is probably where it gets used. So round here, and it's got that sort of I'd call it McDonald's table feel to it, where someone's been over with some very, very sticky cleaner, and the steering wheel, yeah, it just does not feel nice, it just feels sticky. Just generally needs a good clean. Exterior wise it's pretty good. I'll just show you that. I'll get out and have a walk round. And the whole lap's pretty sound. AMG wheels, headlights, typical headlights, got the crazing on it, so they need polishing back. You can get those up. I think I might do that first really, because that's sort of spoiling the front of it. It's got the 3-bar AMG grille on it, so I think I'll do that. See if I can get these buffed up. I think that's probably the first job. Deep clean the interior and see where we go from there. There's a bit of curb rash on the wheels. Tyres aren't too bad. The rest of it looks pretty good. So let's see how we do on the rest of the journey home. So no more Land Rover Discovery, which to be honest I think I'm missing already, because I now don't have a little cubby hole to throw all my bits and pieces in. Although this is quite posh how it presents the seatbelt to you, and then you take it, plug it in, if I can stay like that. Oh, I think I can't do it there, and that disappears off. So that's quite good. Runs alright. Quite like this. The steering wheel and the seat move back into position. Oh, it's got the CLK annoying click 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 on the dash. So there's another job to it. Seems to have all the typical CLK faults. So I'll just walk my way through. Obviously the person doing the valeting has put super slippy stuff on the mats, and I think that's just everywhere. I don't know quite why car salespeople do that, put this polish on. It's just this stickiness on everything. So got 169 miles to go, that's quite a lot. I'm hoping the miles per gallon comes up from 21.6 because that's a bit low. So I'm hoping it'll get to about, if I get plus 25, I'll be happy for a V8 really, cruising on the motorway. So let's get going and see what that's like. So we made it back, done 200 miles, doing quite well on the miles per gallon. Don't know if you can see that, it's coming in as 30.1, which is not bad really. As I said, couple of things to sort out, give it a tidy up around, give it a clean. I'll have a proper walk around tomorrow with it really and show you a couple of things. I notice there's a headlight flickering at the front, so I need to sort that out. Yeah, not bad. Pleased, we're back, safe, good. So road trip completed, took about 12 hours, 400 miles, a few shut motorways, bit of traffic, a few accidents, luckily not by me. All happy, all done. Please like, subscribe, and we'll put some more videos doing some small touch-up repairs on it. And I think we need to release the V8 beast because it's a little bit muffled. Listen. Yeah, that needs to have a bit more roar to it. That'll change soon. Keep watching.